Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 65 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
23 yards the pickup there from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Well, that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and that'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And that is incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback overrunning the O-line.
And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Gurley on the carry.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
On second and a yard, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway. And there's not nothing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Is blocked and no good. Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drop.